Okay, we've got our chain of 21. So I'm going to single crochet into the third chain in the hook, just with a single crochet. Hold on 1 second, I'll get rid of that background noise. Okay, so single crochet there, chain 2, gonna skip the next stitch, pop a single crochet into the second. We're going to repeat that all the way along. So chain 2, skip the next stitch, single crochet into the second. Chain 2, skip 1, single crochet into the second. So at the end of this row, we're going to have 10 single crochet and 10 chain spaces. I'll meet you back here for round 2. Okay, we're back with 10 little bumpy bits, 10 little chain 2 spaces. We're going to turn those chain 2 spaces into petals. So we're going to chain 1 so that we can turn. In the first chain 2 space, we're going to pop 3 half double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, a chain 1, and slip stitch into the same chain space. Okay, so nice and simple. This next part we're going to repeat 2 times. So we're going to slip stitch into, make sure you're getting a chain 2 space, slip stitch into the next chain 2 space, do a chain of 1 and 3 half double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, chain of 1, slip stitch into the same square, slip stitch into the same chain space. Then we're going to slip stitch into the next chain 2 space and repeat the same pattern again. So chain 1, 3 half double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, slip stitch into the same chain space. Now we're going to slip stitch into the next, but we alter our pattern a little bit because we want the petals to be bigger. You can see little petals forming. When we twist it up, these will be the internal petals, these will be the outside petals. So we want them a little bit bigger. So we're going to alternate the next 2 stitches until the end. So slip stitched into the new space, I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to put 4 half double crochet into that chain space. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1 and slip stitch into the same chain space. Excuse me. Slip stitch into the next chain space. Chain 1. Now this one we're going to do 5 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, slip stitch into the same space. So we're going to alternate those two petal combinations all the way to the end. So the next one we'll slip stitch into the next chain space, chain 1. We just did 5 half double crochets, so this one will be 4. I'll let you guys finish off the petals, and I'll meet you back here to show you how to turn them into a flower and attach them to our square. 10 little petals. I've left a really long tail. I have put a needle in it. The opposite end is where we're going to start. So I'm just going to make sure that tail is behind our work. And I'm going to start rolling that chain up to make a pretty flower shape. Now you just got to fiddle with it to get your petals sitting how you want them. Once you have, hold it with your fingers, pick up your needle and go onto the wrong side, and just tack through. Pull it tight. And this is just going to have help our flower, it's going back through, sorry, keep the shape that we've given it. You can see how mine's sitting there, and just put as many stitches through as you feel necessary for it to keep its shape once we attach it to that square. Keep that petal placement perfect, and make sure that it can survive a wash and whatever else it might need as time goes on. We put so much work into our gifts, we want to make sure they're functional as well. And there we have it, a flower. Now, sorry guys, motion sickness. I still have a nice long tail, and that is so that once I get my placement on the square, you can see that one's been stitched a little looser. This one's a little tighter again. I can use that tail to stitch them on, and they'll all sit like that. We have one more thing to add to this square, and that is 2 little unicorn ears. So I'm going to pop these to the side, meet you back here with a hook and some white yarn. Alrighty, let's make a unicorn ear. Chain 6, single crochet into the second chain from the hook, and in each space across. So at the end of this row we'll have 5 single crochet, 3, 4, and last one, number 5. Excuse me, you can hear that sniffing, congestion. Chain 1, turn over, single crochet into each stitch. So 5 single crochet across. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1 and turn. Now we get that tail back through to the back where it's supposed to be. Okay, chain 1 and turn, skipping the first single crochet, popping 1 in each stitch across after that. So 4 single crochet on the 3rd row, 2, 3, and 4. Chaining 1, turning, single crochet into each stitch across, so 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4, chain 1, and turn, skip the first single crochet across, so 3 single crochet this time, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, turn, skip the first one, single crochet into the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, chain 1, turn, skip the first one, and single crochet into the second stitch. We're going to chain 1, turn onto the side there, and slip stitch into the first single crochet, and then down the side to the corner where we began, leaving a long chain once you get down there, so that we can attach it to the main square when we're finished. So all the way down, and that's it, that's the last piece. I'll meet you back here just to show you how to attach them to your square. And we have finished Catherine's unicorn birthday square. See you in the second. Okay guys, we're back. You can see I've attached 2 of my flowers and my 2 unicorn ears. They've still got a little bit of movement in them. I'll finish securing them on once I have this final flower placed. So I'm going to put my flower on there. Beautiful. I've still got my long tail and my darning needle attached, and we're going to start on this side, stitching underneath, grabbing the flower and the stitches from this side of the yarn. Just going to pop enough stitches in until we feel like it's secure. So I'm going to finish that off camera, but it's that easy. We've got a beautiful Grafghan unicorn with some applique pieces on it. I hope you've enjoyed hooking up Catherine's unicorn as much as I have. Have a fabulous day, everybody. Until next time, happy hooking.